All right, here we go. Paperweight Degrees Podcast, episode 11.
Night
As
edition.
always, what is it?
Night edition.
Night edition. We're streaming at night this time because of scheduling issues.
Scheduling issues, yeah.
But as always, I'm Coulter alongside Tyler.
That's me.
And this week we're sponsored by PrivateIslandsOnline.com.
PrivateIslands.com.
If
Might be a
you've ever
scam,
wanted,
but
yeah, it's a scam. But they wanted me to read this.
yeah.
Here, let me just find the paper.
Multi-million-dollar ad.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. It says, you ever wanted to own a private island? Ever had thoughts of
Yes.
running an underground child sex ring?
No.
Well, here's the website to put the two together for you. Here at Private Islands, we can sell or rent a private island with no law enforcement whatsoever. So,
Boat police.
yeah,
Yeah, just boat police.
PrivateIslands.com, where your wildest dreams can
PrivateIslands.com.
come true.
I like the end.
All right, let's get into the news. What the fuck's going on?
Kanye West is what's going on.
No.
Yay for president. 2020
If
for the
Kanye's in the
birthday
news, it's
party.
never a good thing.
Because when you vote for Kanye, every day's your birthday. Am I right?
So, Kanye announced a presidential bid for the United States of America
Very presidential,
on
by the way.
like a few days ago. Like, was it July 4th? That'd be hilarious.
Dude, I don't know, but that's really good timing. He's a professional if it is. Let me see.
Yeah, it'd be great.
It was on the 4th of July. Look at that.
Nice.
Hashtag
There we go.
2020 vision.
So we don't know much, because he doesn't have a platform at all.
I know much. I know it's fake and he's doing it for publicity. But
yeah, that's
but at the same time, I feel like he's kind of fucking crazy, and maybe he's not.
kinda. No, he's really fucking crazy.
I mean, he's kind of nuts, right? Like he's kind of lost his marbles a little bit, I feel like. So
Yeah.
maybe in his head he really just thinks, "You know what? You know what I have? I have
The gift.
29.6 million Twitter followers, and a lot of people listen to my music. And you know what? I'm going to be the leader of the free world now." Because he no longer supports Trump, apparently.
Yeah, I completely see that jump.
And
Makes
he has
sense to me.
And he has Elon Musk supporting him, apparently.
Yeah, that's also a meme.
He made his presidential announcement, and Elon Musk replied to him saying he has his full support. Yeah, so there you go.
Here's
the next president of the United States, Mr.
here's the only
Kanye
thing.
West.
Here's the only thing I do know. Since he's announced, I think he had like one small interview, and I don't remember. I can't find the source to save my life, but I remember a couple things. One, he wants Elon to be the chief of space, whatever that means.
I don't think he knows what that means.
Yeah, I don't think he does either. But
he's like, you know what?
he
It's
wants
got to
Elon to do
exist, right? You know what, Elon?
It's
You're
gotta
in
be a
charge
thing.
of it.
Yeah, whatever it is, you're in charge.
Anything
Just
that
handle it.
flies, talk to Elon.
I don't want to hear it. Talk to Elon. Sir, there's a bird flu. No, birds, they fly. Talk to Elon.
Talk to Elon.
That's not my jurisdiction. Not my problem.
Not my jurisdiction. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever Elon's doing, that's cool. He said he doesn't like Trump anymore because Trump hid in his bunker when the protests were going on for Black Lives Matter.
That's why he doesn't like Trump? That reason, because he was in a bunker.
Because he went in the bunker.
Yeah. I feel like out of all the things to be really mad about Trump about, that's the least to be mad about.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bipolar do you think he is?
If there's any riots going on, I'm sure any president would have to be in some sort of security, whether he came out or not to make security conferences. He wasn't doing that anyways, making press conferences or anything. So to say you don't support him because of the bunker thing is kind of fucking stupid.
I mean, it's stupid regardless of whether or not he should have been in the bunker.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, because he didn't do press conferences anyways. So what the fuck's the deal? Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter if he's in a bunker or not. I mean, obviously it's fucking stupid, but
like,
it doesn't make any difference.
Not like holding child prisoners over the border or pulling out a climate crisis or treasonous acts with the Ukrainian government. None of that. No.
Being cool with the Russians proxying our troops. That's cool too. But you know what? If you're down in a bunker, that's where I draw the line. No
You
bunker bitch
pussy.
for me.
Bunker bitch. Um. So, how do you think this is gonna hurt the? Wait, do you think it's gonna hurt Joe Biden more or Trump more? And when I say that, do you think what base of voters do you think is gonna siphon more? You don't think so? Well, I don't know. You're assuming there's a lot of smart people out there, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I don't think that hurts. Yeah, like I said, I don't think that hurts Trump or Biden because the people I had myself muted. But what I was saying is the
Oh,
people who would vote that meme into office are people who wouldn't have voted anyway, so it wouldn't make a difference.
right. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think there's gonna be people that vote for him legitimately that actually think he's our savior.
Yeah, but I don't think
But
those
they're not gonna be
people
big
would have
enough
voted
to
either
affect.
way.
Yeah, and even if they did, they're not gonna be. There's not enough of those people to
No,
sway
not
the
even
election one
close.
way or the other.
But he's not even going to be on the ballot. He's going to be a write-in, if anything.
He's gonna be the what?
A write-in.
Oh, yeah. I think in a few states he already like missed the deadline.
A lot of states.
Yeah, a lot of
And
states.
I think I saw somewhere that he hasn't filled out any paperwork or anything like that. Like he just said, "Yep, I'm going to be a
He just
president."
announced it on
Yeah.
Twitter.
That's like on The Office when Michael Scott is like, I declare bankruptcy." It's like, well, you can't just say it.
Yeah, well, you
You have to do it.
um,
I'm surprised that he
God.
didn't come out with a bunch of merch or something. That's what leads me to
Oh,
believe
you
that
just
it's not
wait.
some stunt.
Just wait.
I feel like if
I
you make an
guarantee it.
announcement like that with that many tweets, you also link some merch page or something if you're Kanye. And he didn't do that, and he still hasn't, and it's been 4 days.
Let me check.
In fact, the only thing
Sorry,
he's
I'm gonna
tweeted after
let me
that
check.
are pictures of his kids.
You're right. It's just a bunch of kids. Oh my god.
Which, I
So
mean,
many.
is pretty normal. Cute kids,
And a
by the way.
picture and a picture of him with or Elon Musk's head on his body and a picture of Elon Musk's Kanye's head on his body.
Oh, I didn't even. That's funny.
Huh.
That's hilarious.
Uh yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to shout out, but this is clearly just
I think Elon
him
Musk
not
thinks this
feeling.
is hilarious.
Yeah, Elon Musk is intelligent enough to know that this is all just a meme
Yeah.
and is cynical enough to go along with it.
Yeah, I think that he knows that Kanye. I think Kanye might be serious though, and I think Elon
Oh
might
yeah,
know that, and he
Kanye.
just thinks it's even that much
Yeah,
funnier.
that's the humor in Elon's
Yeah,
play because Kanye legitimately thinks that
just brought it up at
he's
the dinner table. Elon, I'm
yeah.
thinking I'm gonna run for president, and Elon just for a half second just thinks to himself, "That's hilarious." You know what,
Yeah,
Kanye?
he's just like
Follow
bursting
your
laughing.
dreams. Follow your dreams. I support you.
Like, who am I to tell you no?
I'll retweet you. You should do it.
God. And then he goes along with it because he knows that. Well, he knows it's
He's
never gonna fucking happen.
he's the ultimate meme lord, and that's
Yeah,
exactly why he's doing it. It's
he really
hilarious.
is. He's really, yeah, Musk really fucking good at memes.
The funny part is everyone saw Elon say, "You have my full support," and they're laughing really hard. And Kanye saw that. He's like, "You know what? I have a real shot at this. This is
It's
my
because
year to
yeah,
win."
I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye was like bipolar or like some level of autism. Something's off.
Because what do we have? Like 4 months until elections? Is it November?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no fucking way. What
dude,
the hell is he thinking?
that's out of your mind to announce a presidency 4 months before the election when you've already missed all the. I mean, that's just beyond my wildest imagination. That's insane.
Yeah, well,
But it's not going to happen
uh,
anyways. But it's still funny because I think he actually is trying to run for president, and that's hilarious.
I wish him luck, I guess.
Do you though? Do you really
Sorry.
want Kanye West running the free world? Do you wish him luck? Because I don't wish him luck. I hope he
No,
loses
wishing
hard.
no. No, wishing him luck is not the same as hoping he's gonna win. I just wish that he could live his own happy life away from me. That's the luck I want for
Away
him.
from running any part of the free world.
Yeah, any part of my life, I don't want him
He
in.
needs to just keep doing his philanthropy because that's good stuff.
Okay, sure, he can give
I
money.
don't like
Well,
I don't like
obviously.
gatekeeping politics. I think that that's kind of dumb when people bring up arguments like you have no political
This isn't even
experience.
gatekeeping. This is just a political stunt.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Gatekeeping is trying to keep Alexandra Ocasio or Cortez out of it because she was a waitress, and that somehow justifies her
It's
not being
so
allowed to
hilarious
run.
that people use that argument.
Yeah, it's insane.
You think Barack Obama just never worked any other jobs his whole life? Or
Yeah,
Joe Biden
exactly.
or any politician? You think they just were like, you know what? I can't take a restaurant job because someday I'm going to be a
Someday.
politician. I can't have a restaurant on my resume. That's
Oh my
insane.
god. What a fucking degenerate I would be
I
if
have to
someone saw
go
that I
get
worked
a summer job at the
the
library. I can't
cashier.
do a restaurant. That's insane.
Yeah, jeez. Well, I'm glad we agree on this. Um, there was one other thing. Where is it? Oh. We could talk about this later. There was a Supreme Court ruling today. But we can get to that later.
Just a
I'll add
few,
that to the list down here if we have time for it.
if we got time. Did you see his tweet about Yeezy shelters in process?
Easy what?
Yeezy shelters. That's what the
What does that
caption
mean?
says. I don't know. It says Yeezy like YZY shelters
Uh,
without the E, just SHLTRS
did
in
he
process. You know what?
tweet it
I'll
out?
pull this up on. I'll pull this up on. Yeah, he tweeted it out right after his. I think it was the day after.
Oh,
Yeah,
his
the day
announcement.
after. He tweeted out this, a picture of this, and it said Yeezy shelters hashtag 2020 vision.
Let me
Those
pull
look
the
like some
picture.
sweet shelters, dude.
Oh, those?
That looks like a dome.
Uh,
Yeah, it says Yeezy shelters in process. I have no clue what that means.
shelters and oh, this okay. What the fuck?
I see
Is this
this,
just like
and I
a
think,
really cool warehouse for to keep his shoes in?
I mean, when I think of shelter, I think he's like trying to shelter homeless people or something. But it looks like it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I don't know who he's sheltering out there. Like it's just
There's no one
mountain
out there.
ranges. Yeah, there's nothing out there. Well, who's he
Maybe
sheltering out there? Maybe
maybe
it's
he's
like an
building.
animal shelter or something.
Yeah, it's a giant boat for all the animals to go onto when the water
Yeah.
comes.
I mean, that's one way to win the presidential nomination. Animal
Kill everyone.
philanthropy.
Oh,
That works too.
I mean, easy shelter. There's no way. Where is he building this? Is this somewhere in America? Like, is he just gonna put the
I don't
homeless in
know.
it?
Imagine it's not some other country, but he's running for the U.S. presidential. That'd be hilarious.
I mean, if he comes out and says like all the profits from Yeezys will go straight into building homes for the homeless,
Oh, that'd be sick, dude. With
he
one
might have
pair
a
of
platform.
Yeezys, you can build like
Yeah,
10 buildings.
he might have a fucking platform.
Yeah. You know, I am really disappointed though because I was really I wake up every morning and I check Donald Trump's tweets hoping that he tweeted something out about being pissed at Kanye about him turning on him and running against him. That would make this so much funnier.
Oh yeah,
If Trump took it seriously. You know how funny that would be if I woke up to a tweet of Trump just calling out Kanye saying he betrayed him and he's never going to win the election. That'd be the best day of my life.
I don't think. Let me check Trump's Twitter because there's a chance that he's already done that.
I've checked. I don't think he has
You did?
unless I
Okay.
missed it.
Damn, that'd be hilarious.
I hope I missed it. I don't think I did though, but that would be. I want to see Donald Trump and Kanye West debate. That would be fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, that'd be insane.
Get Kanye in the debate stage. How badly
Imagine.
do you
Oh
think he
shit.
would throw a debate?
Who? Which one?
Kanye.
Which one? Kanye. Um. Oh shit. I think Kanye would put Trump in his place because Kanye would have like the same dirty tactics, but he would just be way better at it.
Mm, I disagree. I think
You
Kanye
think?
would be an awful debater, like atrocious.
No, I agree with that. Like he would be horrible, but
Like
just like Trump is
even to
horrible at
the
debating.
no. Like I mean, Trump debates by attacking people, but I think that Kanye would just make it some weird spiritual thing, and it would just get really fucking weird, and Trump would just be so confused and just change the subject because he didn't even know how to respond to it. I need
Yeah,
this.
Kanye has kind of gone off the rails with religion, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
it scares me. Even assuming you took this seriously and he was president, that'd scare the shit out of me.
If he was president, oh
Being
my
an
god,
atheist, I would be terrified
dude.
because he is
Well,
really omega spiritual. He said that there was something he claimed that he got COVID a while back.
yeah, I saw that.
He made some other crazy comments about something being like the mark of the devil or something.
Uh,
I don't remember what it was about now. I totally forgot.
do you think he'd just like ban atheism? He's like, no, if you don't support God, then you're deported.
What, say that again?
Do you think Kanye would write into legislation that you have to follow God or else you'll just be deported?
Honestly, I would not put it past him because I feel like he's omega spiritual.
Trump builds a wall and then Kanye throws you over.
Yeah. God damn
Um,
it, I can't find. He said something about.
well, what if he promises Yeezys for everyone? Would you vote for him
Um,
then?
dude, I can make a lot of money, but then the value would depreciate, so it probably wouldn't be worth it that much.
But
And I
you'd
don't
look
think they
sick
look
as
that.
fuck.
I don't think they look that cool.
Oh, all right. That's fair.
Oh, that he said. This is coming from LAMag.com. He told a reporter he had COVID-19 in February, expressed concern about a coronavirus vaccine, and appeared to be skeptical of vaccines in general. I mean, that wouldn't. I
Wait, in
wouldn't put that.
February?
I wouldn't put that past some voters. I mean, Trump is an anti-vaxxer, right?
Y-
And
yeah.
anyone who wants to call me back on it, literally, he has tweets about anti-vaxxing. So, like, I don't want to hear it.
He has tweets for everything. We can claim whatever the fuck we want, and Trump will tweet himself.
Okay, he said it's so many of our children that are being vaccinated and paralyzed, West says. So when they say they're going to fix COVID with a vaccine, I'm extremely cautious. That's the mark of the beast. That's where he said it.
Oh, he says vaccine.
So how do you think President
Who's getting disabled? Tell
who do
me.
you think Kanye West what do you think he would propose instead of vaccines because they're the mark of the devil or the mark of the beast, sorry.
Church. He would just make you go to church to pray it away.
You're probably not wrong.
Same with gay
Yeah,
people.
pray the
Pray the
gay
gay
away.
away.
Yeah.
Pray the COVID away. He would build like a mega church. Like you think there's mega churches now?
Oh, dude,
Just wait until Kanye gets
it
in.
keeps going. This he just keeps talking and making it worse for
Oh, he
himself.
does? He's
Yeah,
taking a deeper
he
hole.
says after he says that's the mark of the beast when he's talking about vaccines, he said
hmm
they want to put chips inside of us. They want to do all kinds of things to make it to where we can't cross the gates of heaven. I'm sorry when I say they, the humans that have the devil inside them. And the sad thing is that the sad thing is that the saddest thing is that we all won't make it to heaven, that there will be some of us that do not make it. Next question.
We all won't make it to heaven. That there'll be some of us.
This
Doesn't
man
Billy
needs to
Joel have
get
a?
a writer for him or so. What is this? And the sad thing is that the saddest thing is that. What is that? This is a quote. This is what he said. Reg-
Doesn't
Regardless
Billy
of.
Joel have a lyric about? Oh yeah, okay. Only the good die young. Do you know the song "Only the Good Die Young" by Billy Joel?
Probably.
It's like super. Let's see. There's a lyric in here. They say there's a heaven for those who will wait. Some say it's better, but I say it ain't. I'd rather laugh with the sinners than cry with the saints. The sinners are much more fun.
Mm,
I like that.
that's kind of
That's my
kinky.
stance. Can I put that on a t-shirt?
Yeah, you should. He said, well, it says that West expresses concern about ingredients in common household products. Quote, clean up the chemicals in our deodorant and our toothpaste. There are chemicals that affect our ability to be of service to God,
What? What
brother.
part of But what part of smelling good makes you not able to serve God?
Dude, I always knew Old Spice was Satan.
God,
Shit doesn't
that's
work
why
very good.
Terry Crews' head blows up every time they have a commercial.
You figured out the key to the puzzle.
I
Oh
figured
my
it out.
god. It's the
Holy
mark of the
fuck.
beast.
That's why there's
Uh,
all like the goats and wolves on their packaging. Dude, we gotta boycott them.
we have
I'm
to
gonna send
put
them an
this out
email.
on the internet. How has no one caught this?
I'll send them an email.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is the interview that you were talking
Talk
about,
to Old
by the way.
Spice.
He said, abortion, West says, can also be attributed to Satan. Quote, Planned Parenthoods have been placed inside cities by white supremacists that do the devil's work.
The white supremacists are the ones
Wait,
who want it out.
how does white supremacist... Yeah, that's totally... Okay, there's so much to unpack out of
There's
this
so
one
much here,
sentence.
dude.
First of all, ignoring what you just said, how the fuck
Yeah.
would a white supremacist... Why would they do Planned Parenthood? Because Planned Parenthoods aren't just for black people, right?
Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
It's for like women in general. So if you said like maybe sexist or something,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe like male supremacists.
Yeah, male supremacists. Not white. I don't understand how that correlates.
But they only abort it if it's a girl.
Yeah. I don't yeah, and white supremacists are the ones that don't want them there. How are they planting Planned
Yeah.
Parenthoods, right?
Also, how did the devil tell him to do this? Like, how is he just like whispering to them in their
Listen,
dreams?
yeah, he's having lots of he seems to know about the devil's work in detail.
Yeah, I don't know where he's having these
He's not
conversations.
quoting his sources though. I want to like hear the conversations that he had with the devil.
Where are you going? Because it's not the church. The devil ain't there. Did you go down to Georgia?
There's a lot to this is the
Oh,
interview that you were
oh,
talking about, I think.
it might be. What's next? What is it? There's just so much here.
This one is the most normal one, I feel like. It says West dismisses Joe Biden because unlike himself, Trump, and Barack Obama, Biden is not quote unquote not special, adding quote, this man Joe Biden said if you don't vote for him, then you are not black, referencing the candidate's comments on a June episode of The Breakfast Club with Charlemagne. Which I agree with. That was really fucking stupid of him to say. I don't know what he was trying to get at there, but that wasn't it, Chief.
Yeah,
So that
I also
I
did.
agree with. For the
Mine's
other
most-
candidates, I just gracefully suggest y'all bow out. West offers. Trump and Biden gracefully bow out. It's God's country.
Oh, he wants Trump and Biden to bow out.
He's telling Trump, the current president, to just bow out.
It's God's
Listen,
country.
I respect the
God-
confidence, dude. That's insane.
Trump is the one who thinks Trump thinks he is the
Trump
Pope.
supporters.
Like,
Have you seen the like posters of Trump where he's like displayed as like Jesus? It's crazy. They
Yeah.
think that Trump is like a conduit of God or something.
I think he's God's second son. It's insane.
Yeah. Regarding his public persona, West assures the voters, I'm not crazy. Between all of the influences and the positions that we can be put in as musicians, you go on tour, you put out all these albums, and you look up and you don't have any money in your account. It can drive you crazy. Through all that, I was looking crazy because it wasn't the time. Now it's time. And we're not going crazy, we're going easy. It's a whole nother level. N-O-T-H.
Did he wait?
Oh,
Did
nother.
he spell out another?
I guess. I don't know.
N-O-T. The interviewer was
was
like,
good.
"Excuse me, how did you? Wait, would you?"
Excuse me,
Can you
sir.
spell
What did
that,
you mean
sir?
by that? Yeah,
That's
that's
oh
in
my
quotes, so I think you did spell that out. That's pretty hardcore. So it sounds like Kanye West thinks that he's like God's child. Is what I'm getting from this, and he thinks that all these institutions are coming from Satan or something. I have no idea.
How do we know? Because he wasn't always this religious, right? Because he's always been talking about like
No, he
smashing
came.
hoes and
Yeah,
gold diggers and all this stuff, right?
yeah, he came out. Yeah, he came out with the gospel album, I guess you can call it, which I actually liked
yeah,
a
a
lot.
while
By the
ago.
way, I'm an atheist and I liked it a lot.
I didn't
Um,
enjoy it, but it's just
I
me.
liked it. I didn't pick up on the spirituality and stuff, but I thought that the music was pretty good, nice and calming.
That's fair.
But,
Was it that album though? Was that because he has like
it
a
seems
ranch
like
in Wyoming,
after,
right?
yeah,
Do you think
I think so.
he like found like some magic dirt or a magic cactus and then
Magic mushroom sounds like.
magic, You
I
like
don't
heard
think
the
he
voice
needs
of
the
God?
mushrooms. I think he is crazy. I think the fact that he had to say he's not crazy means he's probably crazy.
I'm not crazy.
I
That
mean,
doesn't.
I'm not saying that everyone who says that. I'm just saying for Kanye West, I think
Oh,
he's crazy. That's what I'm trying
the
to get
fact that
at.
we're talking about him being crazy probably means he's crazy.
I don't know. I think he's pretty fucking nuts. I don't know what his deal is.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, this is to me. This all just seems
It's just like
like he like he fell out of the news for a little too long, and he just
yeah.
wanted more attention.
What gets me is that he stopped liking Trump after he was in a bunker. That after
That's
everything
hilarious,
Trump's
though.
done, it's because he was in a bunker.
There was a guy who literally like floored his car into a bunch of protesters and claimed to be a white supremacist. And Trump's like, yeah, like that's he didn't say anything about it. He's like, yeah, there's good people on both sides. And
Yeah,
Kanye's like,
very
yeah, I
cool
fuck with that,
people,
dog.
very good people.
Yeah. What? How? That this is where you do the line? The bunker?
The bunker, no
The
bunker
bunker.
bitch in office.
Yeah, bunker bitch. Well, I don't know. This might be good for Biden because they might just fight over the religious vote now.
I gotta say his comment about if you don't vote for me you ain't black or something, that was pretty fucking stupid. I don't know what he was trying to get
Yeah,
at with that. Have you seen that clip?
I have. Yeah.
I don't know what, I'm sure he was trying to say something else or mean something else, but man, did it come out wrong. That is so dumb to say.
It came out way. I'm sure.
'Cause I know
It's probably one
I
of those
know he has a
instances.
speech impediment and stuff, but I mean, brother.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I haven't seen a lot of his speeches. I always just watch him talk,
Yeah.
like
He
reporting.
he apparently he does have a speech impediment
Huh.
or dementia.
But
That's what most people say.
I think because he's not wrong about like having the black vote because he like 97% of black people have voted for Democrats like in the last election
Yeah.
or something like ridiculous like that. Um, so he's not wrong to assume that black people are voting for him, but I think like that's what was running through his head, and then somehow he wanted to sound tough, and
Yeah.
this is what came out,
Yeah. I don't know.
and it was just a fucking
I'd like
mess.
an interviewer to ask him what he meant by that. I'm sure he has some rebuttal of what he meant to say, or what he meant by it. I guess I don't know.
Or yeah, I don't know. His campaign probably says something.
His writer probably heard him say that and like shit himself. Like what the fuck, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. It's not gonna change people's votes.
Before we get off the subject of Kanye, this kind of relates. On the subject of music, anyways, Eminem and Kid Cudi
Yeah.
are dropping a collaboration this week or Friday.
Oh
And I'm
shit.
very excited because I
Do
fucking
we know
love
anything
Kid
about it?
Cudi. The name is called The Adventures of Moon Man and Slim Shady.
Mm.
That sounds pretty hardcore.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I fucking love Kid Cudi and Eminem.
I
You
don't
like
see Kid
Eminem and Kid
Cudi.
Cudi? You what?
I fuck with Eminem.
Mhm.
I've never heard of. I've never listened to Kid
You've
Cudi.
never heard of him either?
No. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
dude,
I've
I
heard of
was
him,
like,
but
what the fuck, man? You've never heard of him?
just lose your shit.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like I don't know. I think his newest album okay, I think Kids See Ghost, his very newest album, was pretty good. But I think the one before that, Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying, was really good. That's my favorite album of his. But his old
of Kid
shit
Cudi.
is like amazing too. I mean, that's just a classic. Yeah.
Hmm.
How do you feel? You like old Kid Cudi or
Well,
new Kid Cudi?
I've never listened to any of his shit, so I
Any of
can't.
it?
None. Zero.
Zero, brother.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
have some
super
homework
big.
this week. That's insane.
I
I
know. I'm
cannot
sorry.
believe that. That's
I
wild. Well, you have a lot of
really?
catching
You
up.
find that
I
hard to
just
believe?
cannot. Yes, you're insane.
Do you want to do like a listening party right now?
No, we would get DMCA,
We get
DCMA, or
TNC.
DMCA. Yeah, I mean we probably wouldn't because we have two people in here, but eventually maybe it'd bite us in the ass.
I
We have
mean,
to
there might
delete all of
be.
our VODs.
I'm on Spotify right now. I'm trying to like look through if I
You've heard Man on the Moon,
recognize
dude. You've heard Man on the Moon. You have to have heard that one.
Man on the Moon. That's
Yeah, or
okay. Let
not.
me
What's this top song called? Pursuit of Happiness, Day and Night. You've heard those. Come on,
let me
dude.
listen to these right now, and I'll tell you off stream. I'll listen to them.
If you don't, dude, if you don't, come on, man. Yeah, Man on the Moon was the album.
Pursuit of Happiness. Oh yes.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yes, I've definitely heard of
But
this.
for everyone else who's not out of their fucking minds, one of his albums that's really grown on me is Speedin' Bullet to Heaven. I used to hate it. I hated that album. I thought it was so weird. But I feel like he made that album when he was in like a really dark place, I think. And the album has just super grown on me. I love it a lot. But I still think my favorite album of his is Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying. That one's so good. But
how long has he been
Man on the
in
Moon
the game?
is the best. A long
Like
time.
when did he start dropping
2000.
albums?
Well, he dropped
Like it was
Man on the Moon in
2009. It was Man on the
2009.
Moon.
Yeah, but he's probably been around longer than that. But that was his breakout, I think. And I mean that's a classic album. You're out of your fucking mind, Cole. I cannot believe you. I'm disappointed in you thoroughly. You need to you seriously need to listen to all those albums.
Maybe it'll change your life. I'll listen to some of his just the popular songs that he has on Spotify.
Yeah.
And then I'll report back to you and let you know if I hate him or not.
I feel like there's just like a debate over New Cudi and Old Cudi, but I don't know. I like both of them a lot. Kids See Ghost was okay. Yeah, the music style kind of changed a little bit, but I mean his old musics were just absolute bangers. I don't know. I couldn't even put like a. You'd have to listen to it, I guess. I don't know because it starts off. I don't even know how to explain. You just have to listen to it. You'll know.
Oh,
everyone else knows because you're the only person ever who's never heard of him or listened to him.
I don't appreciate how you expect me to know every single artist on planet Earth.
Okay, but Kid Cudi is like everyone's gonna back me up here. Everybody has listened to Kid Cudi.
Maybe. Yeah, all right, next topic. I'm tired of getting ridiculed.
But anyways, that's coming out on Friday. So by the time that happens, Coulter's gonna realize what he's been missing out on his whole life, and he'll be a Cudi fan. Anyways, there's that.
Next week.
That's dropping Friday. The Adventures of Moonman and Slim Shady.
This Friday? Oh, a couple days. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fucking excited, dude.
I will listen to it just only for Eminem. So I'm also excited about this, even though I don't know who Kid Cudi is.
Let's go to the topic of the streaming world. Ninja streamed today on YouTube, and he broke the concurrent live stream count. I think he got up to 167,000 people, I think is what it was.
What the fuck?
But he broke he smashed the records.
Holy shit.
But according to Slasher, which Coulter didn't know who Slasher was, but he's big in the esport industry. He's kind of like a journalist, I guess you'd say, or he just has lots of sources and he comes out with stuff with information and all that. But anyways, according to Slasher, this guy, Ninja's currently in negotiations with streaming platforms and has no exclusive deal, has yet to been signed, including YouTube. So today's YouTube live stream from Ninja is all on his own. Maybe he'll stream on Twitch too. So basically his options are still open according to Slasher.
So maybe he's just testing the market, seeing where he's going to get the best audience.
I still think he's going to go to YouTube for sure. Because he already has such a big following there.
Oh, from his YouTube videos, you're saying?
Yeah. He has he has millions of followers on YouTube. It would make sense for him. And I don't think he's going to Facebook Gaming because they already offered him a fucking fat contract.
And he won't go to Twitch?
Well, my thought is him and Twitch ended on really bad terms. So I don't think Ninja goes to Twitch, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Come on, dude.
I remember he left. I just forgot the detail that they left on bad terms.
They did.
Huh. Well, I mean, if
they deleted his account. They deleted his account, and when you search for Ninja, people were just playing porn or something on his channel. I don't even know what was going on. But anyways, they left on bad terms. He doesn't like Twitch, but I think he goes to YouTube, and I think it'll work for him because he already has such an audience there.
167,000. Holy shit.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just because it's his return stream. I mean, it's not gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll die down a little bit.
It will. No, it'll die down a lot, but at least in my opinion. But I still think he stays on YouTube, and I think Shroud goes back to Twitch now. He cashed out that fat check, and he's gonna go. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating. There's no sources on that or anything like that, but
Do you think there's a chance where they just say no, like we don't want you back?
no, I don't think so. Why
It'd be
would
kind of
they?
dumb, right?
Shroud was one of their biggest streamers. They'd make him a fuck ton of money, and I
Yeah.
don't think they left on bad terms. I mean, Mixer offered him a fat contract.
Yeah, as long as he left.
I mean, maybe there's stuff under the
Well.
hood we don't know about, but I just know that Ninja left on bad terms. But I think Shroud comes back. He had a really big community on Twitch. I think he does.
What does he stream most of the time? Because doesn't he do like
does
CS:GO and
well.
he did PUBG,
He
right?
used to be a pro CS:GO player, and so
Uh-huh.
when he started streaming a really long time ago, he was doing CS, and then he
Yeah.
was playing for Cloud9, and then he quit CS altogether, and he just started streaming because he loved it, and he just plays a bunch of FPSs. But he kind of plays a little bit of everything, but mostly FPSs. He plays Tarkov, he plays Valorant, CS:GO, PUBG, all the FPSs.
I see. Okay, so he's just really good at
Yeah.
FPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the skills transfer over, so I guess why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I've been trying to fucking get into before. I know we can continue this topic. Right after my annoying comment. I've been trying to get into more FPS shit.
Mhm.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah,
it's
you're
really
a normie,
fucking hard.
though. You're a normie.
I
Expected.
I am a normie when it comes to video games in general. But holy fuck, I sympathize, or maybe I shouldn't say I sympathize. I respect the top players.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's not fucking
Well, you've
easy.
got to understand that a lot of the people who are that good at that game, they're just FPS people in general.
Yeah, but like the skill, like aiming skills in general
Yeah.
on computer games.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Still no news on Dr. Disrespect either, staying on the topic of streaming.
I think you linked me one thing, like one little tiny bit of
Yeah,
news.
I wanted to go over that. I'm gonna find that in a second. Another popular streamer, Nick Merckx, came out and said that somebody in chat asked him to tell them what happened to Dr. Disrespect, and he said, "I will in 2 months." And one of the people he was playing with said, "Oh, what makes you think that?" And he said, "I know." So in 2 months, it's gonna come out. Apparently, that's when I'm guessing there's some legal battle going on, and in 2 months, that's when the silence breaks.
Yeah, did he sign like an NDA or something?
But he said, Nick Merckx said, in 2 months that he will be able to tell people what happened. So I don't know what the fuck it is, but I just know that Nick Merckx apparently has information that he can release in 2 months. So I'm guessing there's just some legal battle going on. And I did send you a link. Oh, wrong person.
Do you think it has anything to do with
We have a strange
yeah,
twist
yeah, this
in
one.
Sorry, what?
Do you remember how like the Me Too movement that has been going on in like the video game world?
Yeah.
Do you think he got caught up in that?
I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because I think that if he did do something like that, then they would be able to come out much more clearly and say that this is why they did that. Can you find that link? I can't find that link, and I don't want to scroll through anymore.
Okay. Well,
But yeah,
what link was
I
it?
don't think that it was the one I sent you about Dr. Disrespect, about an article or something.
Okay, I'll look for it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that if it was something like that, then they would be able to come out immediately and say this is why. But I think there's some underlying like legal fees or something. I have no idea. But I mean, maybe it could be
Maybe,
something bigger.
yeah.
I don't think so though. I think that I don't know. I honestly have no idea, but I don't think it's that.
All right, well, I guess we'll talk about that more when it actually happens.
Yeah, it was a link to some article about it's about like the timeline or something. It was like a lawyer who said
I'm like
something.
way the fuck up here. I don't see anything.
Maybe it was the video that I sent you. I think it was the video that I sent you actually.
You did, yeah. In the video, yeah. I'm going too far now. This is just insane.
Yeah,
it's like
I think it
podcast
was
from like 3 weeks ago.
We have a strange twist.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was just this video. It's like a 3-minute video. We'll just watch the video. I'm gonna pull it up on stream if you want.
In a Dr. Disrespect.
Oh, this is
case.
by Later Clips on YouTube, by the way, if anyone's interested.
And I've been looking very closely at these headlines, trying to figure out if any new information emerges.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Oh.
We know nothing. So anyways, that's the reason this one caught my attention. It's not exactly the same. It's still we know nothing, but it's more we know nothing
Okay.
in a particular region where I wouldn't have expected to see it. So this story, it's via svg.com, notes that not only did Dr. Disrespect evaporate off of Twitch, but he evaporated somewhere else, somewhere very strange. He evaporated off of the GIF service Giphy. Are you familiar with it? I think there's GIFs of me on Giphy.
Yes.
And probably, maybe even you. Maybe after this.
Oh yeah.
Somebody put Willie Doo saying yeah onto Giphy, just nodding.
Just nod.
Yes, I would love it. I use that GIF every day. I put it in a Slack, and we could use it in here. It would be an incredible utility. We need it. Anyway, so Giphy, seemingly no direct connection to Twitch. We have no reason to believe that they know anything we don't know. Yet, in a moment's notice, all of a sudden, every disrespect GIF, it's just a GIF. How offensive can a GIF be? Evaporates off the service. Now, they did a little bit more investigation. They realized GIFs that aren't disrespect, but people that look like or are dressed up as disrespect, those GIFs are okay.
Oh.
And you can find them with the Dr. Disrespect search term.
So there's a manual person just looking at whether it's a real disrespect or like a fake one.
To figure out, yeah, or yeah, how, Will? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but somebody high up in there, and you got to assume they have to have some process for filtering GIFs. That there could be really offensive GIFs.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be too hard to do. So there's somebody there, but that kind of direct missile-like targeting. Oh my goodness! Now you're. Do they know something? Is there somebody inside of Twitch that knows more? That knows somebody at Giphy, makes a phone call, sends an email. Nobody makes a phone call. Sends a message. You want to take that down right now before this next thing breaks. Mm-hmm. You want to get that out of there right now. So I would say this particular development, as weird and little as it is, not looking good. Now maybe it's nothing. To be clear, maybe it's nothing. Maybe they're just being preemptive. They're like, I don't know. He's off Twitch. We're going to take it down. Anything can happen. But it just seems a little too targeted for me. That's my opinion. And we're gonna keep an eye on it. It's still big news, and the internet's still waiting. And the internet don't like to wait. Mm-hmm. Willie do.
Word. I thought that video was interesting. I didn't read through the article. I'm assuming it was all true. Might be a bad assumption. I don't know why they'd lie about that. But if he was removed off of the Giphy service, it seems strange to me because his clips are still up on other streaming platforms. I don't know if there's some like weird connection between Twitch and Giphy or something. Because I mean, obviously there's no connection between Twitch and YouTube because they're competitors or any other service. But I could see someone like Giphy having some connections with Twitch because there's probably so many and they're trying to give Giphy a heads up or something. I don't know. That part made a lot of sense to me. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, they probably know something more that we don't.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it's just them taking every possible precaution they can to not somehow get Giphy damaged.
I don't buy that. Yeah.
Even if it turns out that Dr. Disrespect is like a child pedophile and just goes around touching little boys and girls, Giphy is not responsible for his actions, and if they have GIFs of him on there,
right,
it's not like people are just gonna riot and just fucking tear down Giphy.
Yeah,
if it comes out, then you can get rid of it, right? But like the level of evil that he would need to do in order to warrant them just taking down everything before it even hits the public just sounds insane to me. But I think it's more.
I mean, and to add to that, YouTube is massive. I think that if something massive were to come out like that, there's no way that Giphy would find out about it before YouTube. I feel like YouTube is such a big, strong company that's so in touch with that world. There's no possible way that they would miss that. So I feel like Giphy had to have had some sort of inside information or something from Twitch.
Right. So it's like they probably don't know more than like any other possible outsider would know. and they probably aren't doing it just to be safe.
No,
They-
I don't believe that.
I think the last option would be they know something we don't know, and either or well, do you think it's possible that lawyers just went after them because they're an easy target, and they haven't gone after like clips on YouTube because YouTube has like 1 million lawyers that'll fight for them?
I don't know what sort of legal I don't know the right word for that. I don't know what sort of power they hold over Giphy to say that you have to remove these from your service.
That's true.
I mean, it has to be like this guy's like a terrorist who's gonna put out clips of like nuking the U.S. or something. I mean, there's no way. There's gifs of like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you could find like gifs of like Hitler or something on there. I'm sure, right? Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's illogical to think that they would remove that because it's bad. It's a bad person. I'm sure there's gifs of bad people on there. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. So I think they got to know something that we don't know.
Yeah, it's just illogical to think that they would just do that out of a safety net. Doesn't make any sense. But I thought that video was pretty interesting because that's the most random place to take clips off. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, why are you targeting Giphy?
It feels like Twitch had to have told them something like, hey. But even if they did say like, hey, this guy did X, Y, or Z, it still wouldn't make sense for them to take the clips down of that, right? Unless they were partnered with Twitch in some way.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they're partnering with Twitch in some way.
Because, I mean, how many people have been implicated in Me Too's that are on Giphy somewhere? I mean, there has to be thousands of people.
Yeah, there's still clips of like Louis C.K. all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe Dr. Disrespect had something to do with it? Like he himself, maybe just not Twitch?
Of Giphy?
Yeah.
No, there's no way he would remove stuff of himself. That wouldn't. I don't think that would bring him any benefit if he kept all of his other stuff up on, say, YouTube or wherever else he is.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that doesn't
Strange.
make sense, I think.
I'm invested in it.
That's
I want to
weird,
know
man.
what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably just some mundane money problem or something. I really do.
Yeah,
But I
bet the
want it to
reasoning
be
is
more. I
stupid.
want it to be like really interesting. And I mean, I don't
Like
want
a-
it. I don't want something
like a
awful to
conspiracy
have
theory?
happened. But you know what I mean? Yeah, some crazy conspiracy
I
about
want some crazy,
the
rabbit
Twitch
hole
underworld or
conspiracy
something. That'd be nuts.
theory.
But
Somehow
anyways,
leads back to Deergate.
yeah, that's Dr. Disrespect. Nobody knows shit still.
Well, I'm glad we're all sitting on the same boat then, except for Giphy.
But the internet's still losing their fucking minds over it. Everyone is still like, where the fuck's Dr. Disrespect? Where's Dr. Disrespect? Bring him back. Bring him back. Like, what the fuck
And
is
she comes
going
back
on?
and says, "Imagine if it was just all a prank."
Yeah. I don't know,
I mean-
man. If it was some sort of prank, he has to be leaving platforms because it's hurting Twitch so much too. I think
Is
that
it?
Twitch is being looked at like you took him down for no reason and you're not telling us. Like I think that for him to do something like that as a prank, you'd have to like be leaving Twitch for good.
Yeah, but Twitch hasn't said anything either, right? So they have something to do with it.
It has to be some sort of legal battle because even when Nick Merck said in 2 months, there's got to be something going on.
Yeah,
Where in 2 months,
there
silence
is some
gets
crazy
broken.
shit happening. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
All right. Well, what else do you want to talk about? What's next in our?
What's next? I think the rest of this is
The rest is
political stuff. Yeah. Let's jump into it. Oh, you know we have UFC. We'll do UFC first.
Okay.
Very
we have
excited.
UFC 251.
Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. The original fight was supposed to be Usman versus Burns, but I think
Burns tested positive.
Yeah, he tested positive for COVID, so that's not gonna happen.
Well, I think it's even funnier because Masvidal, I think he was trying to negotiate. This is what I've just heard offhand. He was trying to negotiate for more money, and UFC's like, "No, fuck you." So he's like, "All right, fine, I just won't fight." And then Usman was like, "All right, I'll just fight Burns." And then Burns got tested positive. And then UFC's like, "Fuck." So they called up Masvidal again. They're like, "Hey, we need you to fight."
Yeah.
And they're like, look who fucking came crawling back.
So Masvidal has been having apparently lots of issues with UFC over money problems because he went on like a week-long tweet spree of basically calling out Dana White and UFC for not paying him and fighters enough, and he was saying he's not fighting because he's not getting he's not getting the money he needs or the money he thinks he deserves for fights.
Yeah, deserves is the right word.
He's been wanting, like, the Usman Masvidal fight has been meaning to happen for a long time, but the whole struggle with money problems has fucked it. And for whatever reason, when Burns stepped out, they apparently paid him enough because he's in now, and he took it on a week's notice. But I'm
6 days.
I'm
6
amped.
days.
I'm amped.
He took the fight with 6 days.
Yeah,
That's
but
nuts.
to be fair, I think Masvidal's been training for Usman for a while now. Even if he didn't go through a full camp, he's still been training for it. And Usman has been, he was training to fight Burns, so I think if anything, Usman is the underdog. I don't know. It's going to be a good ass fight.
It's like 3-1 odds, right?
I think Usman's the favorite. I think.
Let me see. Let's do UFC 251.
Yeah, I don't know what the odds are. Yeah,
like,
Usman is the favorite. Yep.
Usman is? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. There's like 3 title fights, isn't there? In the UFC.
It's gonna be because it's the first.
Nuts.
It's the first UFC Fight Island fight.
Fight Island.
Fight Island. So, Dana White has made. I don't know if it's an actual island. It's in Abu Dhabi somewhere, but they call it Fight Island, and it's basically like a fight place that's like on the beach. It looks like, and it's Fight Island, and it's really cool looking. But it's cool because it's their own independently owned fight place.
That's sick.
But along with that, the really cool location in the Masvidal Usman fight, the whole fucking card is really good.
The card is stacked, dude.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Max Holloway's fighting.
Holloway versus Volkanovski.
Yeah, and Jose
Peter
Aldo.
Yan and Aldo. Yeah, I'm so fucking excited for this fight.
It's gonna be fucking sick.
I wonder if there's anyone in the prelims that I'm excited for.
Even if you don't like fighting, there's no other sports to watch, so you might as well.
Yeah, but they're coming back.
Tune in.
I know baseball's coming back at the end of the month. And I think
I meant like
the hockey season. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But just in general, I'm excited that sports are coming back.
Yeah. Oh, golf is back. I know you don't play golf, but golf is back.
I played golf with you once. It's fun.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
Oh, I don't think you were with us. No, never mind. You weren't with us. I went down the hill with the boys, and we went to get some drinks, and then we went to go play golf after. It was a lot of fun.
Like putt-putt golf, or?
No, like on the golf course.
Oh, like real golf. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's fun. But anyways, yeah. Golf's back, I guess. I definitely don't watch golf.
I sometimes do. I normally just catch scoreboards.
Man, but this UFC is gonna be fucking amazing. I mean, this whole card, I am
nuts,
so excited about.
There's so many fucking fights on this card, dude. The whole event's gonna take like 8 fucking hours.
I'm so excited.
Maybe more. I don't even know. But
stacked, dude.
It's gonna be sweet.
Aldo, Holloway, Masvidal, Usman, man, dude.
We'll have some reporting to do after next week.
Yep.
So we'll leave most of the talks for next week. But do you wanna make bets?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, who do you have on Usman Masvidal? Who do you think's gonna win? Not who do you like the most?
Honestly, I'm thinking Masvidal.
Yeah, I agree. He's the favorite, like the one I like the most, and I think he's gonna win because, like I said before, he's been training for Usman for a while, and Usman was supposed to fight Burns, and they're 2 different kinds of fighters, so I think that Masvidal has the advantage. I think that if the fight was preset and they both went through camps for the fight, I think Usman might win. But because of that, I think.
Well, if Masvidal loses, I'm just gonna blame it on him only having 6 days notice.
Yeah, but like I've been saying, he's been training for this. Usman hasn't, so it's kind of not. I don't know. I'm excited for the fight either way, though.
Hmm.
Street Jesus.
Story Jesus.
What about Holloway versus Volkanovski?
Holloway.
Yeah, I want Holloway to win as well.
Yeah.
Aldo versus Jan.
Oh, Paige Van Zandt's fighting. I don't know. I Jose Aldo probably. Right?
Yeah.
Is he favorited?
I think Aldo is favorited in that one.
He's been fighting for fucking ever.
Yeah, he is. He's how old is fucking Jose Aldo, dude? He's old as fuck.
Probably like 50, dude.
You ever bet on sports?
No, I bet on stocks.
True.
It's the same shit.
Oh, Peter Yan is the favorite. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Peter? I've never seen Peter Yan fight, so
I think I've seen him
I'm
once.
not well equipped to talk about that one. But
Yeah, I haven't seen him much, so I'm not that equipped. But Aldo's a fucking badass. He's just been around for so long.
yeah,
All right, well that's is that all of them that we were going to talk about? Yeah, I don't really.
pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it
too
hasn't
much.
happened yet, so I think we can build a hype, but we'll talk
Yeah.
more about it next
Yeah,
week.
the card. I'm just so excited about this.
Yeah.
Maybe we
just
do
wish there
like
was,
a watch. Maybe we do a watch party together. Yeah, that'd be sweet. What are you doing this weekend?
Looking at houses in LA to try to find where I'm gonna live.
All right. Well, I'm watching it
You're
with
like,
or without
okay,
you,
well,
so.
that's lame. Yeah.
All right, let's get into some politics.
Let's get political,
Shall we?
man. Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Let's talk about the one that I put in here first.
Okay.
This is super mega fucked up. Okay, before I even start this,
It's
how many
super
weeks
fucked.
until school's starting? It's a few weeks, right?
For university?
Yeah.
Um,
Give or take.
Let's say July 8th. Give her a little less than 2 months. Like beginning of August, or no, maybe beginning of September. Maybe a little less
Close.
than 3 months.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
A little less than 3 months.
This is an article from Politico. There's several articles on it though. So the Trump administration bars international college students if their school's classes are online.
Are all online, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked. That is mega fucked.
It's super fucked, yeah.
So even it's shitty on so many levels because assuming there's so many different cases that can happen here. So if all of your classes are online, you're mega fucked because you just have to leave and on very very short notice. And anyone who's been a college student knows that as you get closer to school starting, it gets mega fucked and you get super stressed and you have so much shit to deal with and it's really stressful. So to drop this on someone and say you have to go back, I couldn't even imagine. That's fucking wild.
Imagine having to fly home on an airplane, go to an airport in the middle of a fucking pandemic.
Well, yeah, and that's my other point. Case 2 being that if your classes are optional online or you can go in, but let's say you're scared. You're at a major university, there's COVID outbreaks and it's mega fucked, which a lot of schools are. Then you have to take the risk. You have to go into class even if you don't want to, or you have to go back. It's just shitty on so many different levels.
Yeah. I'll start by saying this. I don't even see the benefit of sending these people back in the first place. I'm not
Right? Yeah,
regardless of how fucked up it is. What benefit is this other than just fucking over people's lives?
I really don't see a benefit other than just flexing that you're tough on,
That you're racist?
internationals. Yeah, I get that's a yeah. I mean the nice way
Yeah,
to
I
say it
mean-
would be internationals because Lord knows that a lot of people would probably be super into that and would get fucking rock hard when they hear it.
Yeah.
But there really is no benefit to that. I really don't understand.
The only thing I could possibly think of, because I've seen like some very minimal stats on where these students come from, like where the international students come from. Most of them come from China, and then right underneath China, there's a few other countries like Japan and India, and I'm forgetting the last one. But it's a lot of Chinese and Asian. It's a lot of Asian students.
Uh-huh.
Like all the countries are from Asia. Like the top 5 are all from Asia. So maybe this is their way of just like giving the finger to China somehow.
If it has anything to do with the virus, it doesn't make any fucking sense because they didn't come here and bring it. If they're fucking international students who are here, they're here. It's our problem. If they're, I'm just saying in general. I'm sure that might be some people's argument. If they're trying to bring them or send them back because they're from China or something, that's a really stupid argument because they're here as students.
Yeah, maybe it's just because I know Trump's been going back and forth with tariffs for a long time, and I know he blames the Chinese for the virus.
Yeah, he calls it the Chinese virus,
He
which
calls
is
it the Chinese
insane
virus, yeah.
because our country has fucked the virus.
That's
in
the
a
only
bad
possible way. And just to be clear, this is ICE that did this. The ICE, I forget
Right.
exactly what it stands
Yeah.
for, but they're responsible for deporting illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And like the subdivision in ICE was like an international students program. So at the end of the day, all the people that are saying fuck ICE, now they're just saying that even more. Let me voice my thoughts on why this is bad, because I think we both agree like there's not really any.
It's
benefits
bad on
here.
a moral level.
Yeah, one is bad on a moral level, like fuck you. Second, they have to fly back in the middle of a pandemic. Third, you're assuming that everyone just has like a hunky-dory internet connection to get to their classes in the first place. Fourth, you're assuming that their time zone isn't going to completely fuck them over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
they're
there's
gonna
just
have to go to class at like 3 a.m. every
3
day.
in the morning. Yeah, like it's good. And on top of like I guess fifth or whatever number I was on, they're I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, it's just so stupid. It's so idiotic. So like this is how you're coming down on immigration, just by targeting students.
It doesn't even make any sense. That's the problem for me. This literally does no good. I have yet to see an argument that says this is a good idea for X reasons. I'd love to see it, but I cannot see a reason why putting people's health on the line would make any sense at all.
Here's a possible reason that I will quickly shit on him as soon as after I say it. Maybe this will convince schools to reopen, because I know Trump has been pushing for the whole country to reopen.
Yeah.
Maybe this is his way of saying like, hey, if you offer classes, if you make classes open, then your students won't have to fly away.
That is actually a really good idea. That would make a lot of sense.
No, it wouldn't make a lot of sense.
I mean, in the eyes of Trump's administration, it makes sense.
Oh yeah.
That actually makes a lot of sense to me.
In their eyes, yeah. But that's exactly like saying,
because their administration in general in the last day or two has been shitting on schools that aren't reopening. They've been publicly calling them out for not opening, which again is fucking insane. But
yeah, and I think this obviously is just targeting universities. I know Harvard and MIT have already filed lawsuits against this.
Yeah.
So, colleges are fighting back. I don't know if this will actually convince them to reopen, but
I don't think it will. it just makes me so angry having been a student like that. It's just insane to drop something on that.
Holding an ultimatum like that over a ton of people's heads just to get political points is fucking disgusting. It's like you better cook me dinner tonight or I'm going to kill your mother.
Yeah.
Like what? What the fuck?
Yeah. That's just super mega fucked. I can't even comprehend how atrocious that is.
Yeah, I don't know if there's ways to get around it, for on the individual part. I don't know if like hiding from the government's even possible, or somehow bullshitting your way into it.
I feel like in a court of law, I feel like that law gets shot down.
Yeah.
I feel like the Supreme Court, if it gets there, would say
there's no way to justify it. Yeah, you can't just.
There's no justification at all.
That's like the travel ban that Trump was pushing at the beginning of his administration.
Yeah.
I mean, even then they can pull some shit out of their ass saying like, "Oh, there's terrorists."
Yeah.
Which is still not a valid argument, but at least there was something. Yeah, I have a bunch of friends that are being affected by this too, and they're all just like,
Like international
distraught.
students?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
The college
Yeah,
I went
that's
to, we had
insane.
students from like 60 countries around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you went to a huge university, so I'm sure you had the same. But you just might not have known
Yeah.
as many.
No, I
Mine was
knew a
really
few. I
small.
don't really talk to them as much anymore, but I
Okay,
I
yeah.
feel for all international students right now in the U.S. That's mega fucked.
Yeah. On behalf of the United States, I apologize for our idiotic administration.
Yeah, it's so bad.
I sympathize.
All right. Let's move on to
Yeah, now that we murdered that horse, there's not much more to say on it
No.
other than fuck you.
take it away, baby. What's next?
Okay, next is kind of a big one.
What's next on the
Um,
show?
Up next, we have a report from a website called justsecurity.org, which I had never heard of before today. I'm not even sure who the fuck they are. Let me.
I've never heard of them either.
Yeah, yeah. By Ryan. So I don't know who they're funded by or what stances they take or whatever, but it sounds like there's some sort of media, and they came out with an article today titled "Trump pushed CIA to give intelligence to Kremlin," which is the Russian equivalent of the White House, all while taking no action against Russia arming the Taliban. So in the story, the reporter claims to have spoken to intelligence officials who served in the Trump administration. We kind of already knew about, or we recently found out about Russia's efforts to arm the Taliban and give them bounties to hunt U.S. soldiers.
Yep.
There have been Trump claimed ignorance on it, like he always does. And there have been multiple people in the administration, including John Bolton, who was a national security advisor, saying, "No, I told Trump about this." Whether or not it's true or not, whether or not it is true, Trump definitely fucking knew about it, and it's cowardly that he's, and it's cowardly and disgusting that he's pulling the innocence card on something.
Yeah.
As
saying
something
you didn't know about
something as patriotic and something as simple as saving American troops' lives. Like, isn't that what conservatives are based on?
Yeah.
Right. He should have had like a raging boner of hatred the moment he fucking heard that,
exactly.
and he should have took it to the media saying, "These fucking Russians are killing all of us. We're gonna hunt them down to the end of the earth because they're killing our troops. Go USA!" But no.
And had we
'Cause-
actually known that it was true that they were doing that, he probably would have gotten a lot of support doing that.
Yeah, he would have looked like a hero for going after Russia and the
Well,
Taliban.
it's the right thing to do. I mean, like him or not, if he would have done that, I mean, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I would have completely 100% supported it, and I fucking hate Trump to the bottom of my heart. But no, he did not do that, and Bolton claimed to have told him in March of 2019, 29 fucking teen, which is over a year now. So, what do you do for like over a year?
Nothing.
Right? Like he did nothing. So the only thing you can kind of assume is he likes Putin for some fucking reason. This has been very obvious.
We know
in
that.
his entire
We know about his
administration.
golden showers over there.
Yeah, we know about his golden showers.
I'm sure they got a lot of pictures Trump
And
doesn't
this
want
is
coming out.
Yeah, this is even just like more evidence to build onto the idea that Russia's got dirt on Trump and Trump's in their pocket and doing all these favors for them.
Yeah.
Like how fucking belittled do you have to be to allow a foreign government to kill your own troops and just turn your back on them?
At what point do his supporters start saying that he might not be the hard-armed United States protector that they think he is?
Honestly,
what does he have to do?
I know we've been saying that for years, literally now. It's like, oh no, this is the thing that's if I can get him. Right, like we thought about it. We like when he pulled out of the Paris Accord agreement, he's like, "Oh my God, it's so obvious that this is happening. That climate change is a threat," and he's just ruining all of our international, credit. And people defending him like, "No, actually, this isn't a problem. It was a stupid idea in the first place," and yada yada yada. There was always some defense behind that, and then it was the Russia dossier, where Robert Mueller came out with this thing and basically said like, "Yeah, he did this shit, but I'm not going to recommend a sentence."
Right.
And they're like, "Oh no, that was paid for by Hillary Clinton, and it's all fake, and it was
The
all
deep
bullshit."
state.
Yeah, and then there was the Ukraine thing, where it came out that he had literally paid other or withheld funds to other governments in order to help his re-election campaign, which is pretty much the definition of treason.
Yeah.
And the Republicans just denied that it existed and hated the Democrats. The argument was never, "Oh, he was justified to do it." The argument was always, it just never fucking happened.
The argument is Democrats are wrong for them, no matter
Yeah,
what
that
happens.
was the argument. No matter how much
For
evidence
all
we
of
put
these
on the
issues.
table. Yeah, and he got it impeached because of it. And then it was, and then the next thing I thought was like, "Oh, it's going to be the coronavirus," because 3 million people now have been infected with a deadly virus that has killed hundreds of thousands. And USA is clearly doing one of the worst in the world because we have an incompetent government. Surely people will understand that. Nope, masks are the problem. You're infringing on my right to wear a fucking mask.
You're
You forced me to
rebreathing
wear
in
a
your
mask.
own oxygen. It's very dangerous to wear a mask. Everyone knows that.
Right. So I was like, "Oh my God." Like, I really thought, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, you're this dumb to still support this. And then Black Lives Matter whole thing happened. That kind of I brushed off because I can understand.
Yeah.
If you like Trump, of course you're racist.
Right.
Like, there's plenty of people that like him that are also racist that just blow off Black Lives Matter. But this is, I think, the closest thing that will hit home with conservative voters.
If anything,
Because
right?
if they have a boner about fucking anything, it's either abortion or the military. And I don't see Trump, going into hospitals with a coat hanger anytime soon. So this is the closest thing that we're going to get to him completely fucking himself over.
Yeah, but I feel like the way they'll justify it is that this is fake news. So
Yeah,
they
it's
still
gonna be
think
the
that
same thing.
they still think their values are in check because they just think that the news is wrong. And
Right.
therefore they
Yeah.
can still keep supporting Trump and they were never wrong in the first place.
Right. Like, the state of this whole story is still in the early infancy stages where it's like, this just happened, has to be verified by the peers, and everyone has to, verify the U.S. intelligence and yada yada yada. It's not credible yet.
Right.
That's going to be the narrative for a while, if it becomes like super duper concrete.
Right.
Where they just can't deny it anymore. Well, first of all, I don't think it'll ever reach that phase where they can't deny it because they'll find some way to do that.
Yeah.
But if this is if up until now, if I was to die on a hill of where Donald Trump is going to lose most of his credibility, I'd say if this story goes all the way through, this is probably the one.
Yeah. I'd agree. If any breaking story had a chance, it would be something to do with us losing troops under the command of Trump, for sure.
Right. Did we describe what exactly this is saying? The article? I read the headline. I don't remember if I went into the details.
I haven't read through it all either.
Okay. I think I said a little bit.
The article did say that former intelligence officials who served for the Trump administration told that this company this magazine or justsecurity.org, they told them. So,
yeah,
it sounds like it's credible.
Yeah. I trust U.S. intelligence. I don't know.
Unless they don't support Trump, then they're wrong.
Let's say that. Yeah. I guess a little bit more detail. They give a timeline. And it starts off in early 2017 when a bunch of the top generals were raising issues in House committees over Russia arming Taliban.
Yeah.
And at this point, it was never known to us that they were putting bounties on American soldiers' heads.
Yeah.
It was just,
Well, as long as Trump
they're arming
comes out and
Taliban.
says that's not true, then it didn't happen.
Right? Yeah. Duh. Come on. Right. So this is 2017. So there's General John Nicholson. There's General Curtis Scaparrotti, General Joseph Votel, Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, and then John Nicholson again. Secretary Mattis, John. It just goes. There's a fucking ton of people that go on about it, and at that point, there is some possible debate, into like the interventionist philosophy of it's like, okay, yeah, Russia is arming the Taliban. We don't like either of them on paper, but does that mean we're going to do something about it? Right? That's a different conversation.
I think the bigger problem though is that they were using that as a proxy for us.
Wait, what do you mean? Say that again.
They're using that as a proxy for U.S. soldiers, though. They were arming these people to get U.S. soldiers. You heard about that last week, right?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the problem is they are doing that. So it's not even so much interventionism as it is they're just using this as a proxy.
Yeah. No, yeah, that'd be my argument the whole way. I'm saying the only counter argument to this would possibly be, I don't want to fuck with anything in the Middle East because look at Iraq and yada yada yada.
Right.
Or
but
Afghanistan.
That argument just doesn't hold in this situation at all.
Right. I completely agree with you.
Because of the direct result was the killing of U.S. soldiers. So it's not even, I see what you're saying.
Correct. Yeah.
As you're just making the argument, play the devil's advocate, but it just does not hold up at all.
And then in 2018, there was the infamous Helsinki meeting. Remember this?
No.
So a bunch of world powers met in Helsinki. I think I don't know if it was for like G7 or so. It was some like big international meeting. And this was the famous incidents where Trump met with Putin in a private like little area with no translators and no other representatives. It was literally just Trump.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, why the fuck are you in there alone talking to Russia?
Yeah.
Like, and why did you talk for so fucking long? Like, what did you say? And he's like, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's cool.
You can't.
We're cool.
You're the president. You can't just do that.
Mr. Putin, please don't release those pictures. Please, I'll do anything you want.
Please. And then, yeah, that's what happened. He probably sucked him off. And then there was the case where U.S. intelligence told Trump about North Korean missiles, and Trump straight up said, "I don't believe you. I believe Putin," because Putin said that wasn't true.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Let me just go out of the way to ignore my own country.
Yeah.
And support our enemies. Okay, sure, genius. Yeah, and then this happens. So at this point, there's kind of like two questions. Is one, are we gonna do something about Russia? And two, are we gonna do something about Trump? Because now there's two enemies, right? It's not just Russia anymore.
Yeah. I'd like to think something would be done, but I really don't think so. I think that Trump's gonna play it off like nothing happened.
Okay.
And therefore, no wrong was done. As shitty as it is to say that, that's what I honestly think is going to happen. Do you really think something's going to come out of this?
In terms of like impeachment level stuff, no.
Anything
like
at
this
all.
is it impeachment worthy?
Do you think this is even going to hurt his polling numbers?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, if I was to die on a hill as to what would hurt him the most, I think this is probably going to be it.
Yeah, but do you think it's going to have any effect at all? How big of an effect do you think it's going to have?
I think we're definitely going to see it in the polls. It might recuperate by the time we get to November. But I think he will permanently lose some voters here.
Yeah.
Because of this.
I can see that maybe happening. But I think he recuperates, and I don't think the numbers are that much.
Yeah, I mean, history's on your side, so I'm
Right.
kind of going on a limb here.
Yeah. I mean, I would love for people to stand up for their own country, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So let's move on. I think this is our last subject now, yeah? You have something about the
Yes.
Supreme Court in here?
Do I? Oh, at the bottom. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, yeah. This is a Supreme Court ruling that happened today. Today's July 8th, 2020. For those
Do
who don't know.
tell. I'm not familiar. Do tell.
So I am not an expert on the logic behind the Supreme Court ruling here, but the Supreme Court ruled that employers with religious or moral objections to birth control can exempt their employees from the Affordable Care Act's clause that says you must provide birth control.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, so apparently there's no longer a separation of church and state.
Beautiful.
Yeah, solid, good one. It was 7-2, by the way. It was like pretty
Wow.
overwhelming. Yeah,
that's a
Ginsburg and
smashing-
Sotomayor were the only ones that voted against. On one hand, I could see why, and so the important thing here is birth control, not
Yeah.
like abortions or something like that. I could see as an not that I'm an employer, but if I were one, I could see it being annoying. Be like, I don't want to pay for your birth control because you're some giant slut that goes around and sleeps, and I don't want to go pay for that. Pay for your own, shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because birth control, I don't see that the same as like healthcare, like going to the fucking hospital when you're ill or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a preventative measure, right? But on the other hand, what do you think the best way to prevent an abortion is?
I think before we go on, I think the bigger problem for this is they're claiming that you can object because of religious or moral values. That's the problem that's what I have a problem with. And the reason is I can see the rationale behind saying I don't want to pay for your birth control. It's not like going to the doctor. I can see that, but I don't think that should be a part of religious or moral values. I think that should be a factor of that's not the same thing as medical, which I'm not saying it is or isn't. But I'm just saying I think to base that off of religious or moral values is just kind of inherently wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would classify it as under because I know it's kind of a touchy subject and I don't necessarily agree that it shouldn't be counted. But I just think that making this mandate on the clause of religious and moral values is wrong.
And it's so arbitrary too, because any employer can just go, "Oh, I woke up this morning and I suddenly feel morally obligated to not pay for your
right.
for your
Yeah,
birth
exactly.
control."
That's the problem.
Thank the Lord, I can save so much money because of this.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Like regardless of what you're paying for or not, it's just bullshit that you can just pull it out of your ass and then not pay money for it.
I have a pretty stupid question to ask. Do you know if the Affordable Care Act will like pay for your condoms? And another question to play devil's advocate, do you think that should be in the same class as birth control?
Well, condoms are a form of birth control.
Right. So it should be counted under the Affordable Care Act.
Right. So where the fuck's my Trojans at, dude?
Where's my XL Trojans?
Where's my XS Trojans? Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know if it's covered. I feel like it's probably not. Just if I had to guess.
Probably not. If I'm gonna guess.
Do you think that condoms should be under the Affordable Care Act?
I don't know. If you're putting in birth control pills,
Right.
Why not? They're cheaper. Condoms are way cheaper.
Yeah, I don't. That's
That's
kind of an interesting take, though. Because I feel like do you think they're not the exact same? I guess I don't even know how to. I don't know. That's a tough question.
Because
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's like at one hand, it's like a women's issue, where it's like you're denying them access to their body,
Right.
or however, whatever the fuck the argument goes. But this is preventative, right?
Right.
Like, if you don't want to get pregnant, like if you're dead set on getting pregnant, first of all, don't have sex if if you're really that scared about it.
Right.
But condoms and birth control work great, but that doesn't mean that someone just pays it for you.
Right.
Just because you work somewhere. So I see that. But on the other hand, and this is my whole objection to it, what do you think? Okay, conservatives hate abortion, right?
Yep.
They will die on that fucking hill.
Yeah.
What do you think the easiest way to not get pregnant is? Or to not have an abortion? The easiest way to not have an abortion, the easiest way to not have an abortion is to not be pregnant in the first place.
Yeah.
How do you think people don't get pregnant?
Yeah, exactly.
On birth control. So
Yeah.
why are you taking away people's birth control and then hate when they get an abortion?
Their argument is you shouldn't have sex until you're married, which most of them probably
which is more religious
followed.
values.
Right.
Yeah. When are we going to start living in the 20th century and not
We're getting there.
fucking 1000
We're getting there.
BC?
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
I don't. I just think I'm super interested to know. I'm gonna look it up now. Does the Affordable Care Act cover condoms?
I might have to have a talk with somebody in my job if this is true.
Nope, it doesn't have any requirements to cover over-the-counter methods, including condoms, spermicide, and progestin-based emergency contraception. It's only
Why?
covered with prescription. I don't know. That
Wait,
doesn't
are
make any
birth
sense
control-
to me. They're both birth control, but only one's covered under the Affordable Care Act.
Like the pill, right?
No, female birth control. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
the female-
what
yeah.
exactly that entails. If it's just, you know what I mean.
I think it's I assume it's the pill.
There's
I don't know, it
several.
might
I'm
be.
assuming it is too, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it just.
I've
says
never had to do that,
birth
so I have
control.
no idea. Do you think
Um,
so? I feel like if they classify it as birth control, condoms should be in there too.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe it was in the specifics of what birth control is. Maybe they didn't classify condoms.
Do you
as that.
think? Okay, here's a better question. Do you think that if there was a pill for male birth control, that would be covered instead of condoms? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
No, wouldn't be.
Why? And okay, why do you think that is?
Well, let me rephrase that. It depends on what administration is in, who's writing it.
Is it though?
Yeah,
I don't think
yes.
condoms were ever covered in the Affordable Care Act.
No. I'm not saying condoms. I'm saying if you said there was like a male pill.
Right, and I'm just saying condoms weren't. So why would a male pill be? What's the difference between a condom and a male pill?
No, I'm on your
says you
I'm
can
on your
cover it?
side. I'm on your side. I'm trying to point out, like the partisanship of this, where
Right, but if partisanship existed, then condoms would be covered too. I feel like, but they're not. It wasn't covered before. So do you think
I see your reasoning?
if
but I feel like maybe
Biden, Kanye, or Trump were in the office, and a male pill that was just as effective as female birth control came out, do you think it would be covered? Because I don't, and I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't.
It's my opinion.
What's
and
the
I don't know
rationale?
why.
Do you think it would be?
No, I'm with you.
Yeah,
where
and do you know why, or do you think you know why? Because I don't.
The only reason why I think this, first of all, I wasn't even aware that birth control was included in the Affordable Care Act.
I didn't either, but only female birth control.
Yeah, but the only reason why I think that got tacked on is because it's kind of close to like Planned Parenthood and abortions and
yeah, well, and it's controlling their bodies, right? Because if a woman were to say worst case scenario get raped and she had a baby, right? If a man gets raped, they're not the one that's carrying the baby. I guess would be an argument. Not saying it's a good argument, but I do understand. I was just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I understand and I agree that should be covered in the Affordable Care Act. But I just wonder why female birth control is covered and not male. Like, I just want to know genuinely the rationale behind
Yeah,
it.
someone tell me the fucking answer. Who? Yeah, that's kind of a weird one, huh?
Are there any Affordable Care Act experts in here? I don't think so. That's a hard question, though.
No, it is. Yeah, like why? What justifies your boss paying
I
for
want to
your
know their
pill?
justification. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're on the same board. It's like this was kind of like a weird law to begin with, but the fact that you're striking it down because of religious values is stupid.
Right. But I do understand to the extent that it's a woman's body and they're the ones that are going to have to deal with it. Right. I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, like that's the logic I think that went into it.
Right, that I think
but
too,
it's
but I
kinda-
want to know.
It's kind of faulty
I
because they're
wanna
not
know
even
why.
that pregnant. They're not even pregnant at that time. You know what I mean? It's like this is my body. You can't tell me how to have my kid. You don't have a kid. You like. I'm not withholding you from anything. Other than I don't know. Do they have like a fundamental right as a woman to have sex without having a kid?
Well, I think
That men
like
don't.
I think like I said, I think that there's cases where if a woman were to get raped and have a kid, a worst case scenario, then she would have to deal with like the health and the medical and like her body's
Yeah.
going to go through changes, and I
That's
totally
fair. I
understand
think that's
that.
probably the best argument. Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the argument they used. Right? If there's a justification as to
Oh, right.
why there's women's birth control and not say condoms. Or if,
Yeah,
like I said, a magical pill for males, which I think are being developed. I'm pretty sure that
yeah.
that's a thing.
I'm sure that there has to be.
Would you ever consider doing that? Taking a
Hell yeah.
male birth control pill?
Well, I don't want kids, so if
Yeah,
there's
I
any
don't
way
either.
to not have a child in my life, I will
So
do
you
that.
would just totally be like, "Yep, give me the pill."
Yeah. It's like, sir, it'll shrink your nuts
How
by
much?
75%.
How much? Like, how long would it have to be out and available before you just said yes? Like, you knew it was safe.
Oh.
Would you just say, if they said, "Hey, we have this experimental drug, it's worked in all of our tests, but not many people have used it," would you use it?
No, because I still have, other measures available to me,
Right.
like condoms or the girl taking a pill or an abortion or
Right.
something. So yeah, I wouldn't need to put myself, on the line
Right.
just to do something that I'm already doing.
Yeah. That
But
makes sense.
but if it was like 100% intact, like this thing has been tested through and through on every other person in the entire world, and there have been zero side effects, like fuck yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page with you there.
Yeah.
So I think it would be cool, but I'm not like overly anxious. Like, yes, give me a pill.
Yeah, I don't need it just because it's not super hard to have sex and not have a baby to begin like nowadays and to begin with.
I mean, we don't have kids. None of our friend group has kids.
Um.
in our circle of friends, our mutual friend
Okay.
group.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely people from school that we knew.
Yeah, this is true. None of our immediate friends have children, so.
Right.
Yeah, good for us.
Good for us. Yeah, I'm with you though. I don't think I ever want kids. I've said
Yeah,
that forever. I've said that.
I'm glad you're on my team about this because I run into like most people that I talk to give me the stink eye for it.
Yeah, they're like, "You
Like,
don't want
"Bitch, fuck
any
you."
kids? Oh, you're gonna change your mind." They say that. They've been telling me that for years.
I've been hearing that for over like
Years.
7 years now. How old am I?
Years.
I'm almost 23 at this point. I've
I
been
am
hearing that
23.
since forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, middle of
I've
high
been
school. They're like, hey,
hearing
you gonna
that
have kids?
since-
I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
first of all, I'm in high school. Okay, calm down.
Their
but no.
answers are the exact same, every single one of them. They say,
Your
"Oh,
mind's
ho,
gonna
ho."
change.
They do a little laugh, and then they say, "You'll change your mind. Everyone does." Okay.
Yeah, well,
Here I am.
Change your mind.
Here I am 6 years later, bitch. I still don't
Yeah.
have any kids. I still
Standing
don't
on
want any
this hill,
kids.
both my nuts still intact with no children.
Yep.
Stuck on these.
Damn right.
But I bet you fucking changed your stupid little mind when your little shithead son woke up at 2 a.m. and
Yeah.
shit all over himself and then pissed on you and tried to change that. I was like, fuck this. Why did I ever have a kid?
Exactly.
Yeah, now who's laughing, bitch? I'm in the fucking Bahamas
And
on
then
a
you go
vacation.
to college and you gotta pay fucking $1 trillion. How you laughing now, huh?
You like that one? You like that? I can afford to go places and I have time to do things. Bet you really hate your life.
That's how I feel. I'm too damn selfish to have kids.
Yeah, is that selfish? I don't know.
Yeah, it is selfish, but there's nothing wrong with it. You're still being
I mean,
responsible. You don't have an obligation to have children.
No, you don't.
Anyone who tells you that you do have an obligation is stupid.
Or just I don't know. You might
Or they
in
try
like
to
other
pull the
parts of
argument
world.
about how much you learn and whatever. I'm like, dude, no, I don't
We
care.
should have like the Chinese.
You just want me to fucking suffer just like you did. That's the only reason you want me to have
That's
kids.
what it is. You're fucking jealous
You're
because I
fucking
have a nice
jealous.
life.
Because
That's all
I
it is.
sleep until 3 p.m. on the weekends. That's why you're jealous,
That's
motherfucker.
3
Who's
p.m.
laughing now?
Jealous because I've been wearing the same T-shirt for 6 days in a row now, and you can't get away with that shit because your dumb bitch wife keeps screaming at you every day,
Every day.
and you're jealous.
All right, so you don't want to get married either, then?
That's more debatable.
I'm totally open to marriage. I have nothing against it. If I find the right one, I'm totally good for it.
Yeah,
100%.
see,
Like not even in question. But I just don't want kids. That's my only thing.
when people go, her, you'll change your mind when you meet the right girl. I like sort of half.
Or they
doubt
say
that
they'll
and sorta
make
half
you,
believe
or
it.
they'll talk you into it. I'm like, no, I really don't think they will.
Yeah, I
I
don't
really
know.
don't think they will.
This is where I'm kind of shaky because it's like, yeah, I know the stats. Half of marriages fail, 50%. You can literally, the moment you say I do, you might as well just flip a fucking coin. Like it's that bad, right? And when you go through it, it's just hell. Like we're in California, so we lose half our shit.
Yeah.
And I won't have any kids, so it's not gonna be like we don't have to like split time between the parents. That's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
But then I have to like deal with all these fucking lawyers and pay all this money and just hate all these people that I'm involved with, and it's just like not a good time.
Well, I mean, the only real benefit to marriage, anyways, is
Tax.
having your taxes and your financial stuff, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, like, there's literally no reason. I don't see anything special about being married, right? Other than being able to
it's like
flex around a
why?
ring. There's literally no reason.
Yeah. Why bring the government into what we have going on here?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's the only reason I'd get married is for taxes and
For taxes.
for all that fucking shit. But especially if you don't have kids, there's no reason. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No
I
reason at
know
all.
I know couples that have been together for like 10 fucking years.
Yeah. It literally
Still
makes no
just as
difference
happy
if
as
you're
we were.
married. I don't understand the stigma behind marriage and having to cement it. You know what I mean? Like, why?
I'm right there with you. Do you think
Just
you're
makes
gonna
it
get?
way more complicated.
But you just say earlier that you probably would get married.
Yeah, I would. I don't have any I mean, I don't have a problem with it. My big thing is I just don't get the stigma behind it.
Oh, I see.
You know?
So it's
I
like
don't
if
think
if
it's as
the
important.
like if your potential wife is like, oh my god, we gotta get married, and you're just like,
Okay.
whatever, like whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
really give a fuck.
Yeah, whatever.
But if she was just like, whatever,
I'm
who
sure I
gives
would
a fuck?
enjoy it, and I'd be glad that I don't know. I guess there's some sort of mental aspect to it where you're kind of like
Yeah, what if-
bound together, I guess. But I don't know. That's really cheesy, and I don't really give a shit about that.
Yeah,
You shouldn't
like
have to have a
yeah.
marriage to cement that together, is my thought.
Yeah. What if I'll play devil's advocate. What if on the other side, you've been dating this girl for like 4 years and you did want to get married, and you were kind of just like tossing around the idea, and she's like, I don't really care.
That's cool.
Would you now you might say that's cool, but would a part of you think, oh fuck, does she like not love me anymore because she doesn't want to get married, or like what?
Well, I feel like it depends on the circumstances because I think a lot of people will do that kind of stuff because they want to have an open marriage or something. And in that case, I'm not into open marriages at all. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it at all, like whatsoever.
Right.
But it's just
But it's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So I feel like it depends on the reasoning or the rationale behind it, but probably not. I say that. I mean, maybe I'd get jealous. I don't know. I've never been in that situation, but I don't know. Potentially.
I haven't either. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to figure out in our lives, but
Yeah.
when it comes to kids, boy, why
Yeah.
fucking make fun of you?
So a girl you've been dating for 10 years says, I want to have a baby. You just immediately just buy?
No, at that point, I've been dating for 10 years, and she already knows that that I don't want kids.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, she's been hinting it around, and you're like, hey, I'm really not interested, and she says okay. She brings it up like every year. Then year 10,
year
10,
10,
she's
she
like, listen, I'm starting to dry up, and I really want some fucking kids.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because at the beginning she's got to say like, "No, I don't want kids." Because if like someone tells me on like the second date, like, "Oh yeah, I want kids," I'd be like, "Okay, no, bye."
Yeah.
So this must have happened like, oh, it's like she didn't want kids all the way through year 10, and then something just clicked. She's like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, my eggs are dying, or I suddenly want kids because I need something to leave
Right.
behind or something." She's like, "I want kids."
Right.
I don't know. I want a
So
yacht.
in that
You don't think me
situation,
getting one
would
of
you
those.
just say bye?
Um,
If she was hard stuck on it, like, I really need to have kids.
yeah,
I feel like we say that, but if you're in a relationship for 10 years and something
it's
suddenly
different, man.
happens like that, I feel like it'd be different. And I don't think we even
Yeah,
know
I
the
can't
right
even.
answer right now to say. Because
Yeah,
I feel like
because I can.
the circumstances are just so much different after 10 years.
Yeah, I can hold my head up high and say like, no woman is ever gonna get the best of me. But it's
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. Like,
I ain't
10
never
years,
waking
a lot
up
of
on a
fucking time.
6 a.m. on the weekends, go to some baseball game.
I ain't never doing that. Drive the kids to school.
Not on my watch. The door's out there.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. My answer right now is no.
Yeah, hard no.
But I can't. Yeah, I can't
Nope.
predict the future.
Yeah, no
I
one
don't have
can
a
predict
Stargate in
the
my
future.
bedroom.
No one knows.
Mm-mm.
But god damn it, if that does happen, where you're with someone for 10 years and they suddenly change their mind,
Oh, that would blow.
and you have a kid, and then all those fucking people who said, "Oh, I knew you'd change your mind," you're like,
Oh,
"You
dude,
motherfucker!"
I might just do that.
Like, what do you say? I don't want this kid. What do you say? You just have to play along with it. Maybe that's why everyone does it, because they did that to them. They're forced to have a kid, and then they can't go back and say, "Oh, I didn't want the kids." You can't say that, so they're just making it up.
There's tons of people that regret their kid.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, most people.
No, but even if my mind did change, like when I was like 40, I'm like, fuck, man, I just really want a kid, but I can't prove all those people right, so I'm gonna keep it in my pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'd be that petty.
Right. Yep.
Like, look who came crawling up. No, they would get socked right in the fucking nose.
Look who's laughing now on your deathbed. I still don't have a kid. Guess what? I can't even have kids anymore.
I would like donate a vial of sperm and freeze it and keep it frozen until the day I die, and then I can have a child.
Yeah.
Just so I don't have to hear people's laughter. That's
right.
it.
Yeah.
only scenario that I would do that. Maybe I will do that where my ego just gets so large. It's like, yeah, I need more of me in this world, but I don't want to deal with it. So I'm just gonna jerk off into like 1,000 vials and get 1,000 people pregnant, just so that like my geniusness can survive, but I don't have to deal with any of the repercussions.
My genes, my superior genes, my physics genes.
I don't know. Everyone thinks they're superior, right?
Yeah. I don't. I'm a big fucking idiot.
There you go. That's the attitude.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps up episode 11.
It's a good story to finish on.
Yep.
Very
good. It was a Wednesday. We had some scheduling conflicts, like we said, but we'll be back on next Thursday, and we'll upload
sorry about the Wednesday stuff.
Probably Friday.
We're getting a little better. Like, we missed a week at one point. Now we're just uploading like a day late.
Listen, if we get 1 trillion subscribers and get paid for this, then we'll stick to a tighter schedule, okay?
Then we'll fucking care about you. How about that, bitch? Why don't you get your friends to watch us, and then we might give a shit.
Yeah.
All right. That's episode 11.
Episode 11. We will
Paperweight Degrees.
Yep. We will see you next week. Episode 12. 11 plus 1.
Check our peep the Instagram too. We we just put on a new video over there.
Yep.
Put a fuck ton of time into putting those goddamn subtitles in.
Yep.
So
We're gonna try
Thanks for-
working on more YouTube mini clips for people who can't watch. I know we've been saying that for a long time. Okay.
No, but we have.
We have.
Like, just
We're gonna
last
make
week I
more
uploaded
YouTube
like 2.
clips. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
gonna make more small YouTube clips for just individual segments, so you don't have to sit through all 2 hours of our boring podcast. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
So
We,
all
we
right.
pity you. This is what we're doing. it for.
We pity you. Yeah.
God forbid you had to listen to us. All right. Paperweight Degrees Podcast, episode 11.
Episode 11. Next
We
week.
will catch you next Thursday.
Yep. Bye.
See ya.